The sun, a molten orb in the vast Omani sky, cast long shadows across the dunes. TorBjorn, or rather Tariq, the name he'd chosen, a quiet whisper of a new beginning, felt the warmth on his skin. The desert air, scented with frankincense, carried the faint strains of the adhan, a melodic counterpoint to the silent symphony of his inner turmoil. He knelt on the prayer mat, the rough texture a familiar comfort. The conversion hadn't been sudden, it was a gradual unfolding, a painful but necessary rebirth. It wasn't a rejection of his past, but a reconciliation. He found solace not in grand pronouncements, but in quiet rituals, the humbling act of submission. He found peace in simplicity, a stark contrast to his brutal military career. The mosque became his sanctuary amidst the harsh landscape. He learned Arabic slowly, each word a victory. The language became a conduit to a new culture, a new way of understanding himself. He immersed himself in Islamic teachings, finding spiritual depth. He felt kinship with the Omani people, their quiet dignity and resilience. He learned to appreciate the slow pace of life, the simple joys, the sun on his face, the taste of fresh dates, the breathtaking vistas of the desert at sunset. He worked odd jobs, his skills proving useful. The physical labor was a welcome distraction, a way to channel his energy to find purpose in honest work. His past was a secret he guarded jealously. His skill in deception served him well, mastering the art of blending in, becoming an anonymous figure. His days filled with a simple routine: prayer, work, meditation, reading the Quran. He found solace in the repetition, a foundation to rebuild his life. His nights were often filled with unrest. The ghosts of his past haunted him, but he now had tools to combat these horrors. He had prayer, the support of his newfound community, and the quiet, steady strength of his faith. He learned to confront his demons, to acknowledge his guilt, to seek forgiveness not only from God, but from himself. The process of self-forgiveness was long and arduous, a journey. He examined his motives, not to excuse, but to understand his actions. One evening, a profound sense of peace washed over him. His past was an integral part of who he was, but it didn't have to define his future. He was not just the ghost of his former self. He was Tariq, a man seeking redemption, striving for a life rooted in peace and compassion. The serenity of Oman had not erased his past, but given him strength and perspective to confront it, to find peace amidst the turmoil. He was no longer haunted by the ghosts. He had found a way to live with them, to integrate them into the narrative of his life. Oman had been a spiritual journey, a voyage of self-discovery, a quest for redemption. He had found solace. The past was a shadow that would always follow. But in Oman, he'd finally found the strength to walk towards the light. The light, however, did not beckon him to stay in the quiet desert forever. Fate, as it always did, had other plans.